Hey everyone, we're back here again with the color UV resin. That stuff's been itching my brain ever since I did it because it was so amazing and it opened up this whole new world of possibilities. We're going to do it again. I'm going to try to, I think, be a little more focused and do something a little less swirly and a little more floral or something. I got this, I have a grid behind my mat. I've got it centered. I'm just going to trace that little circle right there and let it be my jumping off point. I'm not going to really follow this faithfully. I never do. Symmetry isn't my strong suit. Just make some reference lines. What did I even do there? It's easy for me to be like more consistent and symmetrical if I'm spinning it, but it's kind of hard to do on camera. That's my excuse for this video. Oh, don't run out on me now. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. What even is this? This looks so whack. Stop shaking it. And don't shake the bottle. Like, we've been through this. What I should be doing is just hitting it with a little bit of heat. That'll get it to go down. I think I'm coming to the end of it, though. Crap. Oh, no. Yep, that's it. She's empty. Well, anyway. These little teeny tiny bottles are frustrating. We got purple now. We're switching to purple. We meant it to be this way. Purple and brown, that's a nice mixture. Of course, none of this is going to look like this once we pop some pigment on the back. Do all that business. That's where we're going to come save the day, because this is a hot-ass mess. Did I say it was going to be a flower? I didn't say that. I said it was going to be floral-ish. I didn't say it was going to be a flower. I was watching Wendy's channel, Miss Toonpish Crafts, and she was, doing some stuff that she's done quite a bit. She's known for doing it, dragons and chameleon pigments, but she said sometimes you just gotta do what makes your heart sing. And for me, that's this kind of stuff. Oh, here goes the purple. We're losing it. We're losing it. It's like we lost the smoky quartz. Now we're losing the purple. Oh. I could go make another color, but I just know it's not going to match. Come on, you can do it. Just one more swoopy doop. One more swoopy doop. Come on. There you go. Get in there. Okay, well, that's it for purple. She's done. Let's cure it. Alright, let's get a different color. Do you hate it? You do. You do. I know you do. It's okay. It's alright. We'll get there. We always get there in the end, don't we? Usually. What is that? Looks like it's got an ear. Ay, ay, ay. Ugh, don't. That's all, folks. Get another color, I guess. I'm not using that pink. I won't. I'm not a fan of pink. Used to be, but not anymore. See if we can hide the ugly with some leaves or something. I really hate that that section right there. I'm tempted to break it off. This is probably ambitious because I'm not going to have enough resin to do leaves all the way around. I know this already. I don't know if I get dumb. Getting real dumb. Stop. Okay, well, that's kind of hideous and I hate it. Just saying, and I touched it there before it was cured, so now it's all jacked up. But whatever. I made some more red. I'm going to try to. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we're going to do something. And of course, it doesn't match. Mine looks a little more pink. Of course, it doesn't really matter. You know, we're going to be coming behind this with some pigments. So it's more about just sort of creating some spaces and some lines. At least that's what I'm telling myself anyway. These colors are actually pretty pale, but once you get that pigment behind them with the black, they really pop off. I hesitated jumping back in and doing this again because, you know, you don't want to like beat a dead horse. But, you know, with this type of craft, the second you do a thing, suddenly your brain goes into action of all the other things you can do. So, I can't even settle on anything. All I can do is really just sit down and start going. Because if I try to sort of follow a plan, that won't ever turn out. So, my best hope is to just go. Just go. And when all else fails, you put glitter on it. That sucks. Yeah, who cares? Nobody cares. I think I want to grab yellow. Are we out of yellow? I'm going to make some more yellow. I like some yellow resin dye. I don't really like to use alcohol inks too much with UV resin because it can mess with how it cures. I mean, UV resin's already kind of dumb. It cures in a dumb way. It's better to not mess too much with the formula. The resin dyes are formulated to work well with resin. Yeah, that looks good. That's good. Okay. And we get back in that little teeny tiny bottle. Where did I put the freaking bottle? Oh. You were saying it. You were like, it's right there, dummy. Yeah, I know you were saying it. This is a little tedious, but it's ultimately probably a little more cost effective to make it yourself. If you dare. Anyway, back to regularly scheduled clowning. That's going to cover up the little blue dots. You know what we might have to do? We might have to bust out our markers. I'm not even going to ask if you think I'm ruining it, because I know you already are. But if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll probably know that I'm pretty good at polishing a turd. So whatever happens here, We'll fix it. We'll work it out. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm looking at that up there on the screen, and it looks a little scary. If I was watching this video with you, I'd probably be a little sketched out. I know Jen, she wants me to do some stained glass stuff when I still haven't done it, but Steve McDonald did it, and it was beautiful. You should go check it out. I feel a little bit like that, like I do with blooms, and I can't just stay on course. I'll just go off. I'll just go off. I always do. So I think with this, I'm just gonna kind of meander around the handle. See, I should just stick to swirls. My swirls come out a lot better than my petals, if that's what you want to call them. Now I'll come over here and try to do the same thing. Make them look like kind of vines. Ish. No, that isn't a vine. I know. Well, see, this sucks when you're trying to do kind of these halfway marks because the resin wants to pull away. And so unless it sort of meets up with another piece of resin, you get this kind of shrinkage going on. Yeah. It's frustrating, but whatever. I think what I'm going to do, and you're going to just probably scream at me to stop, but I'm going to get my marker. I just want to just take like the blue, right? And just maybe make it a little more blue. Like, that's okay. We can do that. These are transparent markers. These are alcohol ink markers, so you can just smooch them out with alcohol. See, isn't that better? This is another reason why I don't mess with colored UV too much, because you could just put it on clear and then come in with your markers and make it be the color you want. Anybody? No? No. I'm just going to take my colorless blender here. It's actually dried up, but you just put alcohol on it. These are actually really nifty. They come in handy until they get dried up. You can usually just soak them in alcohol and it will re-wick them. And because these markers, like the alcohol is not going to cling to the silicone, so it's just going to find the resin. I don't have to be super particular about like where I'm putting it. And I know you think I'm ruining it. Although it started off pretty bad, so I mean, we can only go up from here, right? How many colors can I get on this, you ask? All of them. This probably isn't necessary at all. Like, these colors look really pale to me, and you know, putting the markers on them to making them more vibrant. But I know that once I put the chameleon pigment behind it, it's going to make the entire thing just explode with color. So this is all kind of arbitrary. I'm tempted to grab pink, but I told you we're leaving pink out of this. Pink has no place here. Oh boy, that is something. Now, the pigment. I think I'm gonna like use one color and sort of do all the greenery. We'll use another color to do the flower. This is what we're doing, okay? So yeah, let's do blue on the greenery. So I don't like giving like, you know, designations to the things I draw because they're never gonna look like those things. I know you're thinking I should have done this in green, but the green on green, I'm not so sure how that would work. I'm pretty sure this is going to just come behind this green and we'll still see green. It'll just be a shifty green. My paintbrush appears to be shedding. It's like it got chewed on by something. It wasn't me, I swear. By the time we finish, I'm not going to have a paintbrush left. See what happens when you buy cheap-ass paintbrushes and dip them in toxic ass chemicals. Yeah. Does anybody know how much resin this mold takes? I'm guessing it's a lot. These types of molds tend to be that way. You think, oh, it doesn't take very much. And then 2 gallons later, you're like, what even happened? What do you think? You hate it? Pretty gnarly looking. Should be good. I think. I don't know. Doesn't, whatever I put on here now, we're not going to see. So whatever touches the mold is what stays on the mold. So this is it. I don't like these little weird spots, but whatever. It's supposed to be that way. We're going to mix up some resin. We'll come back. Okay, we're back. I got some black resin. Can we all agree that this looks hideous? It does. It looks hideous. I don't even want to waste the resin. I want to pull it off. Funny enough, a little piece over here fell off because I moved it too hard. Gotta be careful about that. And it left like an outline. It was a really clean outline of this whole thing. Like I could pick all these pieces off and we'd have like bare spots. I just don't know how that would look. You fill it in with the black, then you'd have all these outlines of black. Probably be strange and weird. Maybe we'll try it in a different video. It's about 9 ounces of resin. I don't know how much it takes. Probably a lot more than 9 ounces, but for now, we'll do the 9 ounces. That's definitely not enough resin. I should probably just go ahead and mix some more up. Whoopsie. Oh, almost did it. You saw that, didn't you? Alright, let's do it. I got another 9 ounces. That's probably too much. That was a whopping 18 ounces, and I venture to say it could probably actually take a couple of more ounces. That's a lot of resin. I need to start doing smaller projects. The reason I always do the trays and stuff, though, is because, one, it's like a big canvas to work on, but also it's just functional. So I get a lot of use out of trays and containers. Containers contain things. Anyway, we're going to let this cure. We'll come back, see how it looks. All right. Okay, we're back. While I was off camera, I just chucked some junk in here to try to bring the level up because it was just kind of still needed more resin. And quite honestly, it's probably could use more resin, but I'll just come on later and top coat it. Maybe I'll do something on here. I mean, maybe in a different video. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's the back. Nobody looks at the back. I think this isn't going to be great, but something about, playing with any kind of technique with art is you kind of have to, ride it till the wheels fall off. All right, you ready? I mean, that looks, it looks kind of scary, but we'll see. Ta-da! I don't love it. Do you? You might. It's a bit much. It's pretty. It's got the colors. The colors are really popping off. Obligatory. Do you think I ruined it? I kind of think I ruined it. I was a little heavy-handed. It's a problem I have. You should learn from my mistakes and just take it easy. Or don't. If you're into this kind of chaos, sometimes you gotta lean into the chaos. And hey, if you ever feel like you're just beating a dead horse doing the same thing over and over again, like, that's how you become, like, a skilled artisan. If you look at any of the big creators who admittedly will repeat themselves doing the same thing over and over again, they refine that to the point where they can make that stuff flawlessly, like Wendy with the chameleon pigments, and Julie with her blooms, and Jen with her lights. Don't look at it like you're beating a dead horse. Look at it like you're riding a wild one. Eventually, you'll create a masterpiece. This ain't it, but we'll get there. We're going to keep doing this because the possibilities are pretty endless. Anyhow, if you got this far into the video, as always, appreciate you watching. Hit the like button, drop a comment, tell your friends. Till next time, folks.